For example, no, the product that I am endorsing, vitamin D complex. Alam niyo ba that if you get it from the other store, it's 21 plus pesos, almost 22 pesos. You know how much it is in Watson's? I'll give you a guess.
Yes, yes.
Huwag mo sabihin sila, huwag mo sabihin eh. Ano nalagay ko dyan? $4.75. Imagine. Why would you buy anything at 21 pesos when you can actually get it at $4.75 at better quality pa? You know, the R&D that goes behind every medicine you want to sell is quite thorough. So better quality, lower price. So that's advocacy. So aside from being an endorser, I'm also part of an advocacy, and that gives me honor. It gives me very happy to be.
Yes, of course, and definitely, you're helping the walking channel.
And then I added a new sport, CrossFit. So I got a personal trainer, and I'm training for CrossFitting now. Why? Because you know that when you reach the age of 50, you lose 1% of your muscle a year. So if I don't do CrossFit or if I don't do any strength or muscle building exercises, I will lose 10% of my muscle by the time I reach 60. And 20% of my muscle by the time I am 70. That's why old people are hunched and kasi na, gano'n eh. So, it's important. That's why
Parang napansin
CrossFit.
yung posture, no? Parang hirap ko mag-hunch bigla. But do you see a difference already now that you've changed the job?
Well, yeah, I've been doing it for just more than a month. But I feel the difference really. And also, it's very important, since we're talking about middle-aged people, vitamin D complex is so important for middle-aged people like us, like me, and some of us alone. Mainly because vitamin D complex is taken from animal food, meaning pork, chicken. At a certain age when you're young, then it's easy to get vitamin D complex from protein, animal protein. But as we age, we have to control our calories also. And meron tayong cholesterol concerns, meron tayong fat concerns. Yeah? So, it's not enough that we get from food. It's important at my age to supplement and to take vitamin D complex for my nerve health, for my, it enhances my mood also, it gives me extra energy, and it promotes cell growth also, especially if you're doing sports.
Actually, I never knew that it affects your mood.
It does. And then before I came here, I was reading a study on depression. You know, a lot of us went through so much during the pandemic, and a lot of our friends got depressed. Someone we know got depressed. Alam niyo ba, ang common denominator sa lahat ng mga depressed na tao, kulang sila ng vitamin D complex. Kulang. So if taking vitamin D complex actually enhances your mood and gives you more energy. So that's one of the side effects also of taking vitamin D complex. Aside from the fact that it gives you healthy nerves that people our age need.
Yeah, that's very, that's what people need, especially if you're fit, right? But, let's talk about healthy habits. Now, can you share what are some healthy habits that you've developed throughout the years?
I had to go through two life-changing events for me to learn this. And I wish that you don't go through what I went through to learn it. I had a stroke in 2010, and I had a life-threatening disease called Guillain-Barré syndrome in 2013. When I had my stroke in 2010, it was because I had a hole in my heart. But also my lifestyle was terrible. I was in politics kasi for many years. For 12 years, I was in politics. In 2004, I shifted to television. When I got into television, I was so in love with the work. I had 4 shows.
Wow.
And one show was the greatest, Guillain-Barré syndrome. But during the time when Julie died, hindi ko niya alam kung ano. Ang daming chismis na kumalat. Ang mga kumalat na chismis, sa first point of the last one. Diba? Yung isa, nakulang. O may over-diet. But now they know that she actually died of Guillain-Barré syndrome. Because nobody knew about that disease then. Now they know.
How long did it take
know what's funny? By God's grace, I was able to heal from my stroke. This time, I healed again from my diabetes. But the more important healing that took place was I accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. You know, on the third day in ICU, I was crying to the Lord. I said, Lord, you gave me a stroke. And then you made me well. Now I'm at the fittest point in my life. And I'm ready to join my first full Ironman triathlon. Maybe paralyzed. What is it that you want from me? And then it dawned on me. I was relying on my power alone. You know, the motto of Ironman is I can swim, I can bike, I can run. It was on my t-shirt, it was on my phone, it was on wallpaper on my phone, it was in my mirror, so I remind myself that I can swim, I can bike, I can run. Only to realize when I was getting paralyzed and waiting to get intubated in the afternoon, that there's nothing I can do, that I can. That only God can. That's when I said, I want to get to know my Lord and my Savior, Jesus Christ. And I've been a born-again Christian since 2013.
And it's really great that now, like you said, you are an endurance athlete, am I right? So for you, like, when did you discover na parang endurance, sports was for you?
I've always been into sports since I was young. Since the 80s. I was a bodybuilder na eh. I'm Super Body Champion of 1989. If you look at the internet, surf nyo, Kuya Kim, bodybuilder. And you see me posing. Because I used to be a bodybuilder. But this was 1989.
May music pa yun, di ba nakasama?
May music na. So, but again, as I said nga, I let go of my fitness and then suffered all these diseases. And since 2010 up to now, I've been living a very fit life.
Right.
Yeah. But with or without a race, I've been living a very fit life.
Yeah, like you said, kahit naman pa-travel ka, you're training, right? So how important is it for you, to supplement your lifestyle with vitamins?
Well, it's very important because not all food, no matter how much you eat, you have to control also your eating. Like me kasi, I come from a family of diabetics. So if I don't control my sugar, I will become diabetic someday. So I'm on a low glycemic index diet. I'm also on intermittent fasting, no? So my eating is very nakakatulong. But it also helps that you supplement at a certain age. At my age now, no matter how healthy I eat, my body is not able to metabolize the nutrients that I need. No? And vitamin B complex is very important for people my age. Kasi doon sa atin ng mga 40s and 50s, di ba medyo nanginginig na kami dati. That's part of aging eh. Because our nerves are getting old. And vitamin B complex helps in nerve health. If you don't want actually tawag natin sa Pilipinas, pasma. You know there's no such thing as pasma. Pilipino lang ang nag-iisip ng pasma niya. Wala namang concept ng pasma sa ibang bansa. Tayo lang nag-iisip niya. That's actually a need for vitamin B.
Right.
Yeah.
So pag ganun, parang parang sign na that you need vitamin B complex. Well, you know what, do you have any tips for people who are reluctant to take vitamins? Because it's costly.
I know the reason why they're reluctant because it's expensive.
Yeah.
The other vitamin B complex brand is 21 pesos. Why would I spend 21 pesos a day for unique lang naman kumain, di ba? So,
compared to 475.
I go for the 475.
Definitely. Reliable.
Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask our Watson's specialists, Watson's pharmacist. And not only that, we also have an app. We have an app. Nauso ngayon ang online selling eh.
Yes.
Watson's, just go to your Play Store, go to your, and then you can download the app, and all the information you need is in that app also.
Yeah, and definitely it's convenient talaga, especially now that people are also, they want to stay at home, right? So you can definitely use that app. And thank you so much, Kuya Kim. We learned so much from you in just a few minutes, and I love conversation.
Something. Let's go new school. Old school kasi I don't listen to it. My parents never really listened to me. Because that's the way we were brought up. But now, if you see some signs of your kid wanting to express something, no matter how leftist or how non-traditional it is, how woke it is, listen. And that helps. Another tip I would like to give all of us, of course this has nothing to do with the product, no? Is to be alert on social media. There are a lot of signs on social media, a lot of people who are actually crying for help. And you do not know what these people are going through. And sometimes, it's as simple as a DM, as simple as a reply, as simple as a message, that can actually save a life. In my family, with my kids, we do things together. My kids, I know when they were young, they looked up to me. Now they don't. Ganun din eh. Merong study, alam niyo ba, from age 1 to 6, all our kids look up to mom. That's the mommy period. From 6 to 12, they look up to dad. They want to be like daddy. From 12 upwards, they don't want to look at mommy or daddy anymore. They look at peers. So what their friends do. So tapos na yung looking up at daddy. But when they were growing up, I was doing a lot of sports and I would include them in the sports that I do. All my kids know how to run. I made them run 5-kilometer races. And then my son did Iron Kids. He's a triathlete as well. And they're all very physical because of my influence, because I included them in my activities. Now, for other kids, I have my platforms. They see that Kuya Kim is running. And I know that a lot of kids look up to me. And they know that Kuya Kim runs, so therefore I will run as well. But I use my platforms very responsibly also. I put my physical activities in my platforms, in my social media platforms.
It's the same. So we have to switch and say.
How long have you been taking vitamin D complex?
And what does it do po ba para dun sa mga hindi nakakita?
Well, ang vitamin D complex is very important for people. When I became middle-aged, middle-aged meaning 45 upwards. I'm already 55. But right now, it's even more important because I believe in taking our vitamins from the food that we eat, no? But only up to a certain extent. At a certain age kasi, no matter how nutritious the food you eat, you still need to supplement, especially at 55. And one important vitamin is vitamin D complex because it's taken from animal protein. Meaning, for me to be able to get the amount of vitamin D complex I need to eat a lot of pork and a lot of beef and a lot of so may corresponding calories. And then even if I eat a lot, because of my age, I'm not able to metabolize it. So it's highly recommended for middle-aged people to take vitamin D complex.
Aside from being a survivor or your story, can you share stuff that you learned during the pandemic that will make you healthy?
Health is wealth. Health is wealth, and health does not need to be complicated. Because nung nag-pandemic, nawala ang gym eh. Nagsara ang gym, wala makapag-gym, di ba?
Tapos bawal pa lumabas.
Bawal pa lumabas. So natuto ang tao ng maraming mga workouts using body weight, using jumping rope. Si Rica Paraleo nga, naging expert sa jumping rope. Ang pinaka-expert sa jumping rope dati si Ellen Adarno, pinalo na siya ni Rica Paraleo. That's all because of the pandemic. Me naman, I'm blessed to be endorsing also a treadmill. So instead of running outside, I was running inside. I was running for 1-2 hours on the treadmill. And then I have a stationary bike also. So people learn to exercise indoors because of the pandemic. But more than that, they also realized that exercise is important not only for physical health but also for mental health. When we were all locked in, remember? Halos ma-depress tayo. Walang exercise. Lalo na kung sa condo ka nakatira. Mababaliw ko talaga.
Good afternoon, everyone. We will be starting in 5
And ngayong tapos na, triathlons are back. I'm looking forward to joining races again. But I got so excited because I moved channels. GMA and then GMA entrusted me with 3 live shows. TikTok Lock, dapat alam mo kung so it's eating up a lot of my time. But in terms of hierarchy, of course, I prioritize work. To be given such a break at 55 years old, parang hindi na nangyayari ito sa edad ko. Binigay sa akin ng GMA, so I'm focusing on that now. So I put 3 daily shows. 3 daily shows.
the pandemic changed you?
Changed me? It changed me by putting more, it made me put more value on the more important things in life, which is God, family, more than others. All the others are bonus. I'm still into motorcycling, I'm still into sports, I'm still into my other hobbies. But the most important thing is God, family.
Sir, may question po. Since na-mention nyo na kanina yung International State College of the Philippines, meron po ba kayong mga programs for the college
For my
as the dean?
students?
Opo.
Pwedeng health team.
Requirement sa lahat ng mga estudyante ko sa International State College of the Philippines na to switch to Watsons. Kung meron kayong mga kinukunan ng medicine dati, mag-switch kayo sa Watsons. Alam niyo kung bakit? Mas makakatipid kayo ng 80% halos. At pag nakapagtipid kayo, mas marami kayong makakain sa recess.